I thought it was something real deep. I thought maybe somebody else could use that out there.
Right.
So you just put it out there. So, and it just goes to that point. So today we are going to focus on 4 categories as it relates to mentorship, leadership, and being a role model. And that is, the first one will be intention. What is your desired outcome? Right. Appearance. How are you showing up? Heart. Is it involved? Be involved. And commitment. Are you ready? Are you ready? All right. Intention. Now, the first category in intention, has anybody ever heard the phrase starving for attention? Yeah. And we're in a society that's starving for intention. And we got a lot of kids that are starving for attention. And so that is part of the issue that's going on. So, and we're educating and teaching. Is there a difference between educating and teaching?
Yes.
What's the difference?
Teaching, I'm just kind of going through and explaining that material which I have in front of me. Educating is I'm making sure that you understand and you know the style of
Okay. Anybody? That's pretty much the gist of it. We're giving them the knowledge, but we're not necessarily teaching them how to utilize it or necessarily educate. Because now the educational system has become about standardized testing. So it's not about trying to make sure that the person is really understanding what it is that they're being taught. We just want them to be able to pass that test. So we're just feeding them the information for them to just pass that test, because that's all they care about. And it's unfortunate because you have a lot of teachers out there that really want to do things differently, but they can't because their hands are tied. So it's all it's about is, it's not about are you reaching this kid, are you reaching them to a level where they can pass that test. That's what everybody's caring about right now. And so are they getting to that? So you have to, as a leader, as a mentor, even as a role model, because like I said, as a role model, you're chosen, and it's just about people looking at you, but you have to be intentional about what it is that you're doing. Does everybody understand? And because, I'll give you a perfect scenario. You got 5 frogs sitting on a log. All right. 4 of them make the decision to jump. How many frogs are left on the log?
1.
5.
That's intention.
All 5 are still left there because 4 made the decision to jump, but they didn't do it. So when you're talking about intention, you can be very intentional about your thoughts. And what we always intended to do something. I intended to lose 40 pounds before this conference. So I'm standing right now wanting a snack. So the intentions are good as to what you want to do, but if you don't take those intentions and put them into some type of action, that's all it is. It's a hope, it's a wish, it's a dream. And there's nothing wrong with having a hope, a wish, and a dream. But at some point in time, it has to become more than that in order for it to make a difference in the world. You understand?
Yes.
So you got to be intentional with your actions. Create opportunities to mentor and lead. So when I say create opportunities, there's going to be times when you're put into situations or you're told to do something, and obedience is not always easy, is it? No. I know it's not for me, because me and the Lord, I do that, I ain't doing that. That's my conversation with him. We all have our own personal relationship with him, and you should. You should, because if you don't, people will tell you who he or she is, or whatever it is you want to believe in. They'll tell you who it is, and that he doesn't love you because of who you are. So you got to understand that. You got to have your own relationship. So, me and him, we be having these conversations, like, look, I want you to go and do this. I'm like, I can't do that. I can't do that. And after a while, but how many of you know you cannot run from whatever it is your true calling, or from your destiny. You can't do it. Because how many times have you said no, or run from a path, or whatever the case may be, and then you run around this corner, and then you get there. I tell you, if you try to avoid somebody coming down the hall. You know, you try to avoid, you see somebody, so you kind of, and then you kind of wait, thinking that they're gone, and then they standing right there. Not realizing that it's actually easier to just go ahead and speak to the person.
No, it's not.
Or, yeah, it's easier to go ahead, because, I mean, I've been on both ends of that. I've been coming down the hall and have people trying to avoid me, don't want to make eye contact. It's like stopping at a corner and seeing a homeless person, and you don't want to make eye contact with them, because you're scared you're going to have to give them some money. So you sitting there and you start playing with the radio, you do everything to look at them, you do all that kind of stuff. So you start, somebody come down the hall, you're doing all this kind of stuff right here. Doing all this, trying to avoid them, and then they come up and say, well, good morning. And then, you know, you feel, how do you feel when that happens?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, bad. Because they knew that you were avoiding them, you know. So you can't run. There's certain things that you just can't run from, certain things that are going to always be there. So, but you have to create opportunities to mentor and lead. And if you have kids, or whether it's adults or whatever, and you see that there's something in their life that they're lacking or that they need, that you have, you have to find a way to create some type of opportunity for them, for you to connect. Okay, does that make sense?
Absolutely.
You know, so find that way, which leads us right into the next one, is making connections on as many levels as you possibly can. And what do I mean by on as many levels as you possibly can?